Going where?
Austin,
Caleb.
how sad are you?
I'm very sad.
I could not be sadder.
Very, very sad that the people didn't get to see probably one of our better episodes.
I think it was, I dare say, one of, if not the best episode.
I think it's in contention.
Hey guys, welcome to Balls and Blasters. A little somber start to this episode.
Hopefully, welcome to Balls and Blasters.
Yes, hopefully. If you guys didn't know, last week we recorded the most banger of banger episodes I think we've ever recorded.
It was sick. I was excited for it.
It was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
We had a lot of great discussion, and the video corrupted, and the audio. Oh, the audio is the important part. No, the video didn't corrupt actually.
Yeah,
The audio corrupted, and this is a, podcast.
right.
So
Even if we just uploaded it to YouTube, it would be kind of boring to watch us talk and not hear anything.
yeah, exactly.
It was
So
pretty useless footage.
which I could not be more sad. I know, Austin, you're very sad.
Right. I think we've kind of decided that do we tell them what we talked about? We don't have to get in depth because we're not going to rehash it because I would feel kind of disingenuous to do that.
Yeah, maybe in a future episode we would. But yeah. So Austin, what'd you talk about last week?
I was talking about NHL players, enforcers, not necessarily the history of enforcers, but just some of my favorites and what they are and what they do. And it was fun to talk hockey for a little bit.
I had a great time. It was a great topic.
Yes, there's good stories. I had fun stats.
So mad. I'm so mad.
And then what did you talk about, Caleb?
We had a discussion.
Yes, we did.
We had a discussion about open world versus just linear games.
Mm-hmm.
And I think what sucks is like I don't think either of our topics were lacking in the slightest. Like I think we had such like great back and forth on both.
I agree. I felt like a lot of your topics lent to some sort of discussion, and I feel like that was probably one of the better discussions we've had.
Yeah.
Which really hurts.
Yeah. Well, not to dwell on it any longer, but yeah, you guys missed a great episode because my computer, my recording software, my editing software, somewhere along the lines, it just didn't work.
Which is, for all the, we've had some like sound and lighting issues over the first couple months of doing this podcast, but at least we've been able to get everything out there. It's kind of impressive. This is our first real hiccup.
Yeah, for two amateurs, I mean, hey, but that just gives us a chance. You have the notes, I have the notes, so maybe we talk about it when we forget about it in like a year.
Right. Well, we'll come back and we can either refigure the notes to alter the topic, or who knows. I bet you in a couple months' time we could come back to it and it would still be fresh and new.
Oh yeah.
All
right. Enough sadness.
Welcome
We're
here
to the actual episode 12.
Episode 12 for real, hopefully.
Yes. You know what the worst part about it is? You guys won't know this. I won rock paper scissors last week. I won it.
He won rock paper scissors.
No, it's right on the board because we haven't deleted it yet. It's right there, and I hope it stays that way today.
It'd be kind of it'd be a fun clip to upload is just the footage with no sound of you winning rock paper scissors, because I think you had a good reaction.
Yeah, just overlaid the sound or whatever, or my voice.
Here's proof.
Just read it and weep.
Yeah. So Caleb did win last episode, and so he made it 8-4. So, but that result technically doesn't count. We're gonna see.
It's so sad. I it's 8-4 right now, but technically it's 8-3.
Caleb cheated and he got a win vacated by the NCAA. That's what happened.
That's a good reference. All right. Austin, what do we do here at Balls and Blasters?
What do we do at Balls and Blasters? Sorry, got to stretch a little bit. We talk about our respective topics. I, personally, Austin, talk about the balls side of Balls and Blasters. I pick a sports topic. It could be the history of something. It could be a deep dive. It could just be fun moments in time. but I try to teach Caleb or describe something to Caleb and hopefully teach the listeners something about the world of sports. And Caleb, what do you do?
Well, Austin, I am the blaster side, and I talk about more of the nerdy, geeky topics of the world, whether that be movies, TV shows, video games, or just general pop culture.
Mm-hmm.
You know, maybe we'll talk a little bit about some pop culture today. But yeah, I try to teach Austin about all that jazz. And we both have, I would say, a very surface level understanding of each other's area of expertise.
Right. I think that's kind of the important, I think that's kind of what makes this work is that I'm not a complete noob when it comes to
You know the word
nerdy
noob.
stuff. Yeah, right.
Yeah, and like, I know that balls goes in baskets, goals, field goals.
I played football once.
Yeah, I don't call it sports ball. It's football.
I will smack the crap out of you if you unironically say sports ball. I'm gonna.
That's so millennial though.
I
It's
know.
like a millennial thing.
It is. It is. Anyways,
Yes.
that's what we do at Balls and Blasters. Where can you find us? That's a great question.
Yeah. Also, where can you find us?
You can find us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. We have an Instagram. We also have a TikTok. And we're starting to dive into the YouTube short and TikTok game a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we are. I did want to make one last week, but I was too busy. So the fly one is still the only one up.
Yeah, and we had plenty of good options. Sad.
Ugh.
But please like, comment, subscribe, follow, share, tell your friends and family.
Mhm.
Let everybody know about the newest and the latest and the greatest when it comes to Balls and Blasters.
Hey, maybe God was testing us or something, or like Mother Earth. She's like, hey, let's destroy these guys' episodes so that they can come with an even better one today.
Come back even stronger.
Yes.
I like that idea, and I'm down for it. I'm down for the challenge. They say it's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll. So
I was gonna sing. I stopped myself.
I could tell you, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
I could tell. Yeah, it's okay. We all can't be Bon Scott, unfortunately.
I didn't know that was his name.
Yes.
Well, Austin, should we get started? How do we start this episode and all our episodes previously?
We play rock, paper, scissors, and whoever wins goes first, and then the other person goes second. Current score is technically 8-3 in favor of me. Bars. So we'll see if Caleb's gonna make me get up and fix that whiteboard maybe to a more proper 9-3.
See, I hope you don't have to get up this episode.
Okay.
Well, on shoot, shall we?
On shoot.
All right.
Yes.
I was gonna go rock.
Yes.
Now I'm so mad. Woo! Before we get started, though, and while you go change that,
Yeah. Oh gosh.
I hope you guys know that I chugged one of these before this episode as well.
Sweet, sweet,
Huh,
sweet
now you have to do more-
victory,
You have to do more
yeah.
work now because you have to write both of them down.
It's fine. Okay. I was twisting my mic around and I thought it was blinking because it was on mute. I was gonna be really sad.
We'd have to start like the whole 10 minutes over again. Hey, while you guys are waiting for him to get back, here's my lightsaber. Yes, it's red. I'm the dark side.
All right. Sorry for taking so long. I was just basking in the glory of my 9th win in rock, paper, scissors.
You know, you're very humble.
What can I say, Caleb? Greatness isn't easy. And speaking of greatness, Caleb, we're going to talk about one of the greatest college football teams of all time today.
Can I take a guess on who it is?
You can take a guess, but you're not going to be right.
It's not Notre Dame.
It is not Notre Dame.
Wow. All right, I'm interested.
It is actually one of Notre Dame's biggest rivals that I will be talking
Oh.
about. Historically, not current, but historically. Over the history of college football, it's defined by not necessarily dynasties, dynasties being teams that win a bunch of championships in a row or within a short period of time, but more so the rivalries of the game, the biggest games of all time. And there's always a hot debate whenever there's a new good team. Is this the best team we've ever seen? College football fans like to debate, is this the greatest we've ever seen?
Is it Michigan?
It's not Michigan. It does start with an M.
Minnesota.
No. Did you know Minnesota used to be good at football?
I did know that, actually.
Like 100 years ago. There's several greatest teams of all times that are in contention. There is a Notre Dame team in contention, but I don't think a lot of people would. It's weird because it's hard to compare eras in college football, especially college football because it's been around so long. It's either the 1910s or the 1920s. But there's a team called the Four Horsemen, which was the nickname for a national title winning Notre Dame team. They had 4 running backs that were all really, really good. So they called them the Four Horsemen. There's the 1995 Nebraska Cornhuskers. And
the Cornhuskers. Are they still called the Cornhuskers?
They are.
That's awesome.
The 90s Nebraskas with their vaunted wishbone offense. There's the 2004 specifically, I believe, University of Southern California Trojans. They're one of the greatest teams of all time. And then more recent examples include 2019 LSU or even like 2020 Alabama. Because of how offensive and pass heavy football has gotten, there's been some crazy scores. And so each team that scores a lot of points, people are like, is this the greatest team we've ever seen? So just kind of an idea of what we're talking about, why we're talking about it.
Little side note, that just reminded me of, you should watch the Scorigami video.
Oh, Scorigami, yeah.
Yes, I don't know why that just made me think of that.
Scorigami's fun. That could be a topic for future reference. Maybe could pick out some Scorigamis and see if there's anything interesting. Because there's some weird ones out there.
You can't get a 1. I know that.
Right. I think like 3-2 has happened before.
Oh.
But I don't think 2-0 or 2-2 have happened. Maybe 2-2's happened. 2-2.
I think was it not like 5? Like it was like 5-4 hasn't happened or something like that.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
That would be a wild score.
I think 4 is like the hardest one to get because you
Yeah.
have to get like 2 safeties in a game and nothing else.
Right. 2 safeties, or if you block a PAT, point after attempt, and return it, that's 2 points.
Oh, yeah. So you have to like somehow get 2 points.
Right, yeah. Scorigami's fun. It's cool. You should check it out. But the team we're going to talk about today, Caleb, is the 2001 University of Miami Hurricanes.
Oh, Florida.
Florida men.
Florida men.
Not Florida man, Florida men.
So this is not the Gatorade team.
No, the Gatorade is the University of Florida.
Okay.
Yeah. University of Florida and the University of Miami are rivals, but they play in different conferences. I don't think they've ever been in the same conference.
They're more like a scrimmage kind of like.
It's just non-conference.
Oh.
I guess. Like when they play, it counts.
Oh, okay. Oh, you got a certain amount of non-conference games. Too.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So, all right. I think we've introed more than enough on this episode.
Let's get out of the Scorigami and Gatorade talk.
I want to talk about the 2001 Miami Hurricanes because in my opinion, not only do I think they're the greatest, I think they're for sure the greatest collection of talent of all time, but they're pretty dominant too. And it's the U. The U is cool. That's the only time you're ever going to hear me say that. So drink it in. Let's give a little bit of a background on this version of the Miami Hurricanes. Considered by many to be one of the greatest teams ever. They were led by first-year head coach Larry Coker. Hell of a name being in Miami. First-year offensive coordinator Rob Rob Chudzinski, and first-year defensive coordinator Randy Shannon.
Dang, so it was like a pretty like red shirt team for the coaching staff.
Right. I think what happened is the previous coach, I can't remember if he dipped for the NFL or if he just was like, okay, you're not good enough anymore. Get the heck out of here. And so they kind of reset the whole coaching staff. But they still had all the talent in the world. Going into this season, they had 4 national championships in the last 17 years. So they're a very, very good program.
Okay.
They were usually firing on all cylinders, but it was a little bit of a reset coming into this year. A little bit about these coaches. Larry Coker, the head coach, this was the highlight of his coaching career. This team right here, his very first year in charge.
Oh, so he just like blew out his gas right away.
Right. Each consecutive season after this one, his teams get worse and worse and worse. And then I think he putzed around some other college teams, but never really caught on. So that's kind of an interesting, which tells you a lot about how much talent was on this team, considering that this was his really only highlight of his head coach career. Rob Chudzinski, the offensive coordinator, he's a former Miami tight end. He won 2 national championships as a player at Miami. And he would go on to spend 20 years coaching in the NFL in various different roles. So he's a very, very respected coach. I don't know if he's still currently coaching. The last job I saw he had was in 2024. I don't know if he's on a team right now.
And this was 2001.
Yes.
Yeah. So in sports terms, decently recent.
Pretty recent.
Yeah.
Yeah. And in the history of sports, recent enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. You and I were born.
Yes. We were alive, so that's something.
Let's see. Randy Shannon, the defensive coordinator, is a former linebacker for Miami. He's a one-time national champion for Miami as a player. And he coached in college for over 30 years, including 20 years at Miami. He literally did everything at Miami, including when Larry Coker, the head coach, was fired some years later, he was the one that succeeded Larry Coker to be the next head coach. And his tenure really wasn't that good as head coach either. This is kind of like the last stand for Miami football up until recent years.
So it's like, hey, this is like their last like big firework,
right?
Or the fizzle.
And they went out with a hell of a bang. I had mentioned that Rob Chudzinski and Randy Shannon had both played for Miami. They were teammates for a couple of years. So they've known each other for a very, very long time. This version of the Miami Hurricanes competed in the Big East Conference. The Big East nowadays is far more well known for being a pretty good basketball conference. They do not sponsor football anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
They get rid of their football team?
Excuse me, sorry. I thought I had to burp. So, no, it was just, so the Big East, they sponsor a couple different sports, but like I said, mainly basketball. But for some reason, there was a bit of a realignment in college football a little bit after this, and a couple of the teams in the Big East went to the Big Ten. One went to the Big 12. Most of these teams that were in the Big East eventually became the ACC, the Atlantic Coast Conference, because that's pretty much where they're all situated.
Oh, so they just got shifted to a different conference.
Pretty much, yeah. Underrated football conference in its time, the Big East. Kind of disrespected, a lot like the ACC is nowadays, which is crazy considering there's usually East Coast biased. College football is like the one sport you can find where there is not East Coast biased.
Really? Oh, so like baseball, basketball, and like
like New York and Los Angeles dominate everything just naturally. The term East Coast bias is because everybody in the East Coast goes to bed while everybody in the West Coast is playing.
Oh.
All those old people that can't stay up to watch games. That's kind of where it comes from. But like in football, the two dominant conferences are the Southeastern Conference, mainly just the South, and then the Big Ten, which is mainly Midwest.
That's around. We're like that kind of.
That's where we're at. I don't like the Big Ten.
Wait, we are Big Ten though, right?
I mean, as far as like Division One FBS football, I guess we would technically be considered Big Ten country. But shout out to all my FCS football fans out there, because this is Missouri Valley country, brother.
Whoa. I don't know what any of that means. But all right.
So I think I've mentioned this before, but there's two tiers of Division One college football.
Oh yeah, you have, yeah.
There's the FBS, the football bowl subdivision, and then there's the FCS, the football championship.
Yeah,
subdivision.
they just like, hey, how are we gonna do all this?
Right.
Well, we're doing all these bowls, so you figure out your stuff.
Right. It's essentially, the delineation is essentially the bigger schools versus the smaller schools when it comes to like enrollment and money power and things like that. So, yeah, the teams around, outside of Minnesota, which is a Big Ten program, pretty much every other team around here is either Division One FCS or some sort of lower division.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. The fun facts of being in North Dakota. So, all right, back to Miami. Back to the greatest football team of all freaking time, man. We've described who the Miami Hurricanes are, who they're led by, what conference they play in. Let's get in to their dominance. Let's talk about the schedule.
Let's hear about why they were so good.
Why they're so freaking good, man. So excited. Sorry. So, Miami, usually teams nowadays play 12 regular season games. This Miami team only played 11 regular season games, which was pretty common around that time. Some played 11, some played 12. So they started the year as the number 2 overall team in the country, and they went on the road to an unranked Penn State team. Penn State led by Joe Paterno, who is a legendary head coach in college football terms. This Penn State team, however, didn't end up being that good, and Miami crushed them 33-7 for the first win of the year. It was 30-0 at halftime.
And then they put in all their like 4th string guys.
They pulled the starters for the second half.
Yeah. We don't want to risk these guys. We got a whole season to play.
Exactly. 26-point home loss was the worst home loss in the Joe Paterno era for Penn State. So,
dang, so they usually their worst loss.
Yeah, they whipped them. It was not good. So they started the year off with a bang. And then comes a pretty uneventful 3-game stretch as the number 1 ranked team in the country. Their second game of the season, they won 61-0 over Rutgers. Jeez. They won 43-21 over Pittsburgh, and then they won 38-7 over Troy State, who is now just Troy University.
So they're just stomping over everybody.
They're rolling everybody.
Imagine being the team that gets beat like 60-0, and then you realize, wow, we've been there.
Yeah, we've been there. I understand what their pain is.
We did not do good in football.
No, we did not. Okay, so now they're 4-0, and now it's rivalry week. So they're 4-0. They've beaten the crap out of everybody, and they were bumped down to the number 2 team.
Wait, why?
Because some other team had a more impressive resume. I think it was Nebraska.
Over 60-0?
Hey, man, I'm not a pollster. I don't. Nebraska was still a very, very good program at this time. They will come up later. So, 4-0. Week number 5. Rivalry game as the number 2 ranked team versus number 13 Florida State Seminoles. Florida State University. So, rivalry game. It's at home versus a top 15 team. College Game Day was here for those that don't know. And Caleb, I don't know if you know, but
what is College Game Day?
Every week since the early 90s, ESPN sends out a group of guys to go cover college football in the morning on a team's campus. So it's been a tradition in college football for a very long time, and it's on TV from, I think it's like 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Central Standard Time.
Oh, so they're just like kind of see what
Yeah.
all the people are doing before the game.
Yeah. They had set up a desk. They have all the students behind them. They make signs. They cheer all the time.
Oh,
They have guests from the home team come up and talk and whatnot.
oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
I like that.
it's a fun way to be immersed into the college environment, you know. So it was a big deal, big game, and Miami crushed Florida State 49-27.
Oof.
This win. I'm sorry. I said this was at Miami. This was at Florida State. This win ended Florida State's 47-game home unbeaten streak.
Dang.
So Florida State hadn't been beaten at home in almost 4 years.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Home, because that's like half the season. So 8 years. It's been 8 years.
That's even crazier.
Yeah. Yeah. I was thinking full season, but yeah. So 8 years since the last time Florida State had lost at home, and Miami beat them by 22.
Jeez.
So there's
So not only was it like not only was it like not even heartbreaking, it was like soul crushing.
right. So I think right around this time, the national landscape is like, okay, yes, this team is who we thought they were. After that rivalry game, there's another uneventful 2-game stretch back as the number 1 overall team. They beat West Virginia 45-3, and then they beat Temple 38-0.
Jeez.
So you'll notice a theme here that Miami is scoring a lot of points, and the people they're playing, not a lot of points.
would this mean that not only is their offense great, but their defense is also good?
Correct. I think you could argue one of the greatest defenses of all time. Certainly one of the most talented defenses of all time. So that puts our Miami Hurricanes at, I believe, 7-0. 7-0 heading into a Week 8 game. It's probably like Week 9. Doesn't matter. Their next matchup against Boston College. So Boston College in this game is unranked. They're okay. They're not great. Miami's the number 1 overall team. Boston College has a history of knocking off teams they're not supposed to beat.
Oh, it's like they're just punching way above their weight.
Yeah. They're like historically not really the best program ever, but every once in a while there's just some freaking double magic going on up in Chestnut Hill where Boston College resides. For instance, 1993. 1993, I believe. Notre Dame, a top 5 Notre Dame team beat I think Miami was ranked number 1 in 1993, and which vaulted Notre Dame to number 1 status with a few games left in the season. And then Boston College, a bad Boston College team, came in and beat Notre Dame and essentially ruined Notre Dame's chance to win a national championship that year.
That's so funny, actually.
Yeah. Which, because this is so stupid. Notre Dame beat Miami in 93 to become the number 1 overall team. Then they lose the next week. Bad loss. No denying that. They beat the piss out of their next like 3 or 4 opponents, and they wound up as like the number 3 or 4 team. And Miami was the number 1 overall team and was crowned the national champion,
Really?
despite losing to Notre Dame.
Well, it's almost like rock paper scissors, though.
Yeah. And in fairness, it was like a 2-point game
Yeah.
when Notre Dame beat Miami.
So this Boston team, do you remember the score of the Notre Dame game?
I don't. It was in the low 20s. Like Boston College beat Notre Dame by like a field goal.
Oh, so okay.
Yeah, like it was heartbreaking. It was heartbreaking. So, with that background, number 1 overall Miami, looking to claim its 5th national championship in 18 years, goes to an unranked Boston College. And for the game, it is cloudy, it is cold, and it is very, very windy.
And these Bostonites, they're like, yeah, this is what we've been waiting for.
This is what we've been waiting for. This is our chance. Miami quarterback, the legendary Ken Dorsey, had a bad day. The wind was not his friend, and the wind guided his passes into the arms of the defender 4 different times.
I love how you said that.
He threw 4 interceptions. Not a good day.
Ugh.
And with less than a minute to go in the fourth quarter, Miami was only winning 12-7.
Oh, hey, if I
It's an
remember,
odd score.
if I remember correctly, a touchdown is worth 6.
All BC needs is a touchdown, Caleb. That's all they need. Miami is up 12-7 with less than a minute to go. Boston College has the ball, and they are driving. They started on their own 30-yard line. Now they're at Miami's 9-yard line. It's like first or second and goal. There's 9 yards to go to glory to pull off one of the greatest upsets of all time. BC attempted a pass in these horrendous conditions. And this pass ricocheted off of Miami cornerback Mike Rumpf and landed in the hands of Miami DN Matt Walters.
Oh.
So it's interception. And like there's less than a minute left. Like just go down.
Yeah.
Just go down. But that's not what Miami does.
Oh, I thought it was over here. It's not?
That's not what Miami does. Defensive end Matt Walters, surprisingly catching the ball, starts running, and as he's about to get hunted down and tackled, Miami safety Ed Reed comes up, takes the ball from him, and runs 80 yards down the field for a touchdown.
Oh.
He's like, give me that. I'm going. I'll take care of this.
All right, big guy.
Yeah.
I got this.
I got this one. So, and then Miami, I think they missed the PAT or the 2-point conversion, whatever they went for. So Miami ended up escaping with an 18-7 win.
But it could have been very bad.
Could have been very bad. Their season almost went just like that. So no heroics for Boston College this time around.
God, it's going to be so fun to be that Boston team, though. Be like, guys, we could do this.
We could do it. So close, yet so far. After that scare in Chestnut Hill, they had another uneventful 2-game stretch. You realize there's a lot of uneventfulness. When you're good, you're good, and you just kind of beat the crap out of everybody. They were back as the number 1 ranked team, and this time they played number 15 Syracuse, so a top 15 team, good football team. 59-0 win over number 15 Syracuse.
59-0
over a pretty decent team.
Say the top. Was it 14 or 12 get in?
So at this time, well, nowadays it's the top 12.
Yeah.
But at this time, this was just it's called the BCS, and it's essentially just a formula that crowns a national champion.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. I should know this. We talked about this.
We did talk about it, but at least you remember. So Syracuse is the 15th best team in the country, and Miami shut them out 59-0. Completely dominated them. The next week, they then faced number 11 Washington, and they beat them 65-7.
Oh my gosh! Hey, they didn't get shut out though.
They didn't get shut out. So after a scare against a conference opponent on the road, they then came back and outscored their next 2 opponents, which were ranked good football teams, 124-7.
God, what are they feeding these Boston people?
They were very upset about the close victory over Boston College. As a matter of fact, the 124-7 scoring margin of victory over these 2 consecutive ranked teams is an NCAA record.
Jeez.
They were mad, and they let everybody know about it.
That is crazy. 124-7.
Yeah, wasn't even close.
Oh my gosh.
So now they're 10-0, and they have one last hurdle to compete. And their last hurdle is another rivalry game against number 14 Virginia Tech. So another ranked good football team. You'll notice like half their schedule is teams that weren't good and they just beat the crap out of. But they also played some good football teams. And they also beat the crap out of them.
So you can't really say that, oh, you just got a bunch of easy teams.
Right. Like, of all their ranked games, none of them are close. Their closest games were against unranked teams. So that...
And the worst team in the league, essentially.
Yeah. It's the life of being a college athlete, man. It's hard to predict 18 to 22-year-olds. It really is. So, one last hurdle. You win this game, and you get a chance to play for a national championship. Number number 14 Virginia Tech versus number 1 Miami. Win and you're in. Miami had a 20-3 halftime lead. So they were cruising, doing what they do. And going into the fourth quarter, they were up 26-10.
Oh.
So they're in a good spot.
Yeah.
They're in a good spot. It's a tough opponent. It's a rivalry game. You're up 16 points in the fourth quarter. There are worse places to be. Virginia Tech, being a good football team, puts together a scoring drive. They score a touchdown, and they get a 2-point conversion to make it 26-18.
Oh.
Now there's some real game pressure here in the fourth quarter.
They still need 2 touchdowns, though.
26. So technically, 26-18.
Oh, wait, no.
8-point game. You could get a touchdown and another 2-point
Oh, you're right,
conversion.
you're right.
So, which comes in hand here, because after Virginia Tech cut it to 8 points, they kick the ball back to Miami. Miami is forced to punt. They can't get the offense going. They can't respond. Miami tries to punt the football, and Virginia Tech blocks the punt and returns it for a touchdown to make it 26-24.
Oh.
So now it's like, Miami's on the ropes again. Miami's on the ropes again. Virginia Tech goes for 2 to tie the football game. And their receiver has it in his hands and he drops it.
Really? Oh. How bad do you got to feel to be that receiver? Like,
So the score is 26-24. Now, Virginia Tech kicks the ball off, and they force Miami to punt again. And so Virginia Tech gets the ball left with, only a couple minutes left in the game. And all they need is a field goal. Just got to get in field goal territory, and you can knock off the number 1 team, program-defining win. And we mentioned his name before, but Mr. Safety Ed Reed made a very athletic diving interception to end the game and save Miami's perfect season.
this man. It was Ed Reed.
Ed Reed. And we'll talk a little bit about him coming up here, but he's not only a college football legend, he is an NFL legend.
Really?
Yes.
Cool.
So he's very, very, very good football player. So Miami finishes 11-0. Hurrah, hooray, we're undefeated today. Now they're playing for a national championship. They go to the national championship this year was played at the Rose Bowl. The Rose Bowl is in Pasadena, California. It's it is the most famous venue in college football. They always play their games. I think they kick off at it's either 2:30 local or 3:30 local, because the way the sunset goes over the stadium and the mountains in the background makes it very scenic.
Pasadena,
California. So that's where Miami plays number 2 in Nebraska for the national championship. And these are 2 blue blood programs. Nebraska's been very good for a long time. Miami's been very good for a long time.
the Cornhuskers.
The Cornhuskers. Nebraska, a little bit of background on them. They are led by a college football Hall of Famer, Frank Solich. He's their head coach. And they also had that year's Heisman-winning quarterback, Eric Crouch. So Heisman is the best, most outstanding player in the country.
That's the...
Yes.
Yeah, he's stiff-arming.
So their quarterback was the Heisman winner. And a little side note on Nebraska, their second-year defensive coordinator was Craig Bohl. And for all of our local fans...
Is this who they named all the bowls after?
No.
Oh.
For all of our local fans, Craig Bohl was the head coach at North Dakota State University for about 10 years.
Really?
And won a couple national championships with NDSU. So
he knows his stuff.
he knows his stuff. He's a very good coach. It's a very tough task for the Miami Hurricanes. Miami led 34-0 at halftime.
Oh, my God.
So, all of the hype and hoopla about number 1 versus number 2, Miami said, you know what? We're just going to beat the crap out of you.
We're going to beat the crap out of everybody but this random Boston team.
Yeah, pretty much. So, up 34-0 at halftime. I don't think they pulled their starters, but they very simplified their game plan. and they ended up winning 37-14 in the end, which is still not close.
Yeah.
Was never in doubt. So they completely pantsed Nebraska. This was Miami's 5th national championship in the last 18 years. A perfect 12-0. Ken Dorsey, their quarterback, threw for 362 yards and 3 touchdowns. Andre Johnson, who is also a very good NFL player in his time, he caught 7 passes. 7 of those passes for 199 of those yards for 2 of those touchdowns. They were co-MVPs of the game. My Nebraska at this time ran the wishbone offense, which is essentially like a triple option, if you know what that is.
That is where you have your quarterback, your running back, and another person, and he has 3 options of what to do
Pretty
with
much
the ball.
Mm-hmm.
He could keep it or pass it.
Keep it, hand it off, pass it. It's a very tough offense to defend. Nebraska's very, very good at it, and Miami's defense held them 200 yards below their season average. So they completely suffocated Nebraska.
Geez.
Wasn't even close. Wasn't even a competition. Take my pen out so I can turn the page over. That's the wrong side. So that was the schedule, the results of our Miami Hurricanes. Now I kind of want to talk about like the legacy of this team.
Mm-hmm.
Some fun stats, notable players on this football team. Miami, over 12 games, scored 512 points, which is 42.6 per game. And their defense only allowed 117 points throughout the season, which is 9.75 per game.
That's pretty good when you're scoring that many points a game.
Right. And so the 512 points, 42.6 per game is a Miami school record.
Hasn't been beaten since.
Hasn't been beaten since. And then 117 points given up, 9.75 per game. That led the country that year. They had the stingiest defense in the land.
So they're just like an all-around like goated team.
Yes, they were beating the crap out of everybody. So that's a margin of victory of basically 33 points per game,
Jeez.
which is also a school record.
That's what? That's like if you have no field goals, that's like 5 touchdowns a game.
Yeah, it's crazy. And so they had 2 close calls, right? So they won the other 10 games by at least 22 points. So there was just outside of 2 games, just no one even came close. No one touched these guys.
And one of those teams was the random Boston guy. Half of them were drunk.
Bunch of drunk Irishmen. No, I'm trying to think of who had been on that team at that time. They probably had some decent players, but they just weren't like a good team. Like I said, weird things happen when Boston College faces the number 1 overall team. Weird things happen. Miami's defense also led the country in pass defense and turnover margin, so you couldn't pass on them. They took the ball away from you all the time. And then here's this. This is probably, for the viewers at home and for Caleb here, this is probably my favorite stat in all of sports.
Really? Let's hear.
I love this stat. If you want an idea of how dominant this defense was, because I had mentioned earlier that this is one of the greatest defenses of all time and one of the most dominant teams of all time. Miami's defense scored 8 touchdowns on the season. If Miami's offense had never reached the end zone once, if Miami's offense never scored a single touchdown, you can keep all their field goals, Miami would have been 8-4.
So still like
A good team.
Yeah, a good season.
Yeah.
That's insane.
They could have scored 0 touchdowns on offense, and they still would have been an 8-4 football team.
So their defense was like the best defense of all time.
Right. Yeah. It's one of the greatest that's ever been assembled. Absolutely unbelievable. I love that stat so much. It's so funny. Okay. So that's the dominance of their team, a little bit of their legacy. And then I'm going to pull out my phone here because I'm just going to read off of Wikipedia because it's just I could have filled out another page of notes. So I'm just gonna skim over it quick here.
We're gonna talk about Ed Reed.
Ed Reed will in fact be mentioned. 2001 Miami Hurricanes.
I was alive during 2001.
I was alive at this time.
Hey, well, this would be a good time to mention. Next week is our Halloween episode.
Yes, sir. Halloween.
Halloween, yes, and it's also somebody's birthday.
Could be anybody's. Could be anybody's. It's me. I might do a Halloween theme. I'm for sure gonna do like a Thanksgiving and Christmas theme when we get there.
Oh, I got my theme for the Halloween week.
All right, I'll come to play. I'll play ball with you.
Sweet.
So this Miami team had 6 first-team All-Americans. All-American teams are essentially, here's who the writers think are the best players in the country. Miami had 6 first-teamers, which is a crazy number. There was a punt returner, their right tackle, their left tackle, their safety, their tight end, and their kicker were all first team. They had 13 all-conference selections, which, like half their offense and half their defense were on the all-conference first team. Their head coach, Larry Coker, like I said, this is the highlight of his career. He was named Coach of the Year in college football.
Do you think so? Okay, question. Do you think that it was the team and he was just like a decent enough coach to like not mess it up, or do you think?
I think it was his team and his players, but also also like his offensive and defensive coordinators. Because these were, as I had outlined at the beginning, like these guys were coaching and doing it at a high level for a very, very long time after this, So I really think that he had a very, very good coaching staff, and they were handed, just like the best toy chest in the world. All this talent that if you lose, that's your fault kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't give a lot of credit to Larry Coker if I'm being super honest, but he's the one that has to hire, his coaches. So there's that. He gets credit for that.
Yeah.
This team also, their punt returner was voted the best in the country. Their punter was voted best in the country.
Both sides of the punt.
Ken Dorsey, their quarterback, he won the Maxwell Award, which is essentially it's similar to the Heisman. So I don't know the real difference between the Maxwell and the Heisman. I think it's 2 different voting groups, and then the Heisman just gets all the press and the acclaim. But Ken Dorsey was the 3rd in Heisman voting, and honestly, so Bryant McKinney, he's their left tackle, played in the NFL for like a decade. He was 8th in the Heisman voting as a left tackle.
That's pretty crazy, right? For
yeah,
like a
that's
lineman
insane. Yeah. Bryant McKinney won the Outland Trophy, which is given to like the best lineman in the country. Their right tackle won the Academic Heisman.
Is that he just was really smart too?
The definition is something along the lines of, combining excellent play with excellent academics.
Oh, so he was a brainiac and he liked to hit people.
He knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
He knew what he was doing.
He calculated the amount of force he needed to push you every time.
Ed Reed won the award for best. I think that's defensive back in the country. Their center won the trophy for the best center in the country. Their tight end won their trophy for the best tight end in the country. And their kicker won the award for best kicker in the country.
They're just handing out awards to this team. They're like literally Oprah.
Yeah, you get one. You get one. Okay, so now we're going to very quickly go over some of their NFL success, because that is an important part of this team. They're great in college. What do they do after that? This is part of the reason why I think they're as legendary as they are. Their alums from this football team combined for 43 trips to the Pro Bowl. So the Pro Bowl is the NFL's all-star game. So
it's like the best get to go.
Essentially. the best of the best don't always go, but the best of the best get voted to go. So Ed Reed, safety that we'd mentioned, he had 9 Pro Bowls. Andre Johnson, stud wide receiver, had 7 Pro Bowls. Frank Gore, stud running back, had 5. Vince Wilfork, stud D tackle, had 5. Jeremy Shockey, tight end, had 4. Jonathan Vilma as a linebacker had 3. Willis McGahee, 2. And then there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more guys from their team that also had Pro Bowl votes. So, and this is like half their defense, half their offense that went on to become like really, really good NFL football players. In some cases, Hall of Fame football players. They have, from this team, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players have won the Super Bowl. So they're important parts on not only national championship teams, but
They
NFL.
just keep winning.
They just keep winning. And then another very underrated stat to kind of outline how dominant or how deep the offense was for this Miami team. Miami's first, second, and third string running backs all became starting running backs in the NFL.
Like their third guy?
Yeah.
The guys that are like, I guess he can go and play.
So, I mean, so obviously their first string is their first string, and then he gets drafted. And then I think the second string probably got drafted maybe the same year. And then the third string steps up into the starting role.
Oh.
He has a good year, and then he goes and gets drafted.
Okay.
But so their first, second, and third string running backs on this team all became good NFL running backs, starting NFL running backs. This has only been done a handful of times. Miami is one of 2 programs to do this. The other program that has done this, which is your 3 deep on the running backs become starting NFL running backs, was done by Alabama. Alabama did it in 2010, 2012, 2013, and 2014.
Oh, so there's like,
They had an insane run of running
yeah,
backs.
like, hey, like they just knew how to pick people that could run.
Goddamn Nick Saban. Goddamn Nick Saban. And then the very, very last thing I want to mention is there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 eventual first round picks on this Miami football team. 17. That is a lot.
That's
Caleb.
like almost the entire offense and defense.
It's an insane number. And I'm trying to find the number of draft selections that they had. So yeah, 17 first rounders. And these first rounders were spread over like 3 years, which just shows you how good that depth was. 38 total draft picks on that roster.
Holy. So that is more than that's the offense, defense, and special teams, and then you're like training team as well, your
Right.
practice team.
I could go on and on and on about some of those players' NFL careers, but this would be a very, very long podcast if I did that. Like Ed Reed, Sean Taylor, Vince Wilfork, Jeremy Shockey, Willis McGahee, Frank Gore, Jonathan Vilma was good. I mean, Bryant McKinney was solid. Oddly enough, Ken Dorsey, their quarterback, he was only a 7th round pick, and he didn't really stick around that long. But just like one of the greatest collections of talents of all time, and a couple Hall of Famers in there too. So
No, this is awesome learning about like the insanely good team that nobody could stop besides almost the Boston team.
Besides Boston College, because why not? So that's my talk on one of the greatest college football teams ever assembled. I hope you enjoyed, Caleb and everybody at home.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's a little bit of college football history and lore. And who knows, maybe, if people like it, and maybe a little bit down the line here, I could maybe try and find an 0-12 football team to talk about just to really see the other side of it all.
So how is Miami doing now, by the way?
So after 2001, I think 2002, they were also really, really good. They might have played for the national championship in 2002 and lost. I think that was that year. But then after that, it was like I said, a slow decline. And they were just a shell of themselves for a very long time. had one good year in 2017 and then dropped back down. And now they're having another really good year. They're really, really good again. But we're kind of in a wait and see mode because they were undefeated and they just lost.
Oh.
So, like, they're good. They're still good. No one's denying that. Very good football team.
They're not Miami good, though.
But
Was it to Boston?
It was not to Boston. No. So we're kind of waiting to see it. Like, they're back. They're very, very good. But are they going to continue that sustained dominance like they had in the 80s and 90s? So, all right, Caleb, I've talked about one of my least favorite programs in the country for long enough. Can you please segue into your topic?
Yes. Well, there has been a lot of talk recently about a certain streamer who likes to go play Thor with his dog.
Come again?
Hassan Piker.
That really does not ring a bell at all.
Basically, he just shocked his dog, and it's a whole thing on
Oh.
stream. But it got me thinking, we haven't talked about streaming yet.
This has been a freaking roller coaster. 1 minute in.
So,
This is not what I expected. So
you
here we
know
go.
what streaming is.
I do know what streaming is. We were talking a little bit about it before we started.
Yes. Was that a little bit of a reason why? Because it was on my mind? Maybe.
Maybe.
Well, I want to go through a brief history and kind of overall explanation of streaming.
Okay.
This is going to include mainly Twitch streaming here.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a little bit of history and why streaming is important for the nerd culture and why it got so popular.
I got you. All right. I'm in.
So Austin, before we get started, did you watch any streams or any streamers?
So growing up through middle school, no, never. I maybe every once in a while I would tune into a Captain Sparkles grind stream for Minecraft.
Yeah.
But that was not really in high school though. When I was like really into Call of Duty and like trying to like not be bad at it, I tuned into a lot of like Tim the Tap Man and Courage JD.
Yeah.
A little bit of Dr. Lupo. Mainly because around that time, Call of Duty was Call of Duty and Warzone had become a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then also Fortnite was kicking ass and taking names.
We'll get to Fortnite. Don't you worry.
Yeah. Yeah. A little bit of I Am Wildcat. I could just say Wildcat. I think people know who that is. Yeah. So yes, I in high school I got into it and then I kind of fell out of it.
Well, Austin, today we start our journey for streaming, not with Twitch,
But with
LAN parties.
oh, okay, all right, I dig
You
it.
know what a LAN party is?
We have technically had one before.
Yes, we have. So for those who don't know, a LAN party is essentially where you get a bunch of people together, you all play on one network, and it's how you played online back in the day. The biggest game that used LAN parties was probably Halo.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say like the original Halo. Like you essentially needed to use a LAN party to play, but a lot of other games used it as well. Older games.
LAN, LAN, is that local area network?
Yeah, that is local area network. Yes, you got that exactly right. On the blaster side here. No, so yeah, all those there also is Counter-Strike. You would include Counter-Strike and Quake. Have you ever heard of Quake?
Maybe in the deep recesses of my mind.
Quake is kind of like
I can feel it quaking back there.
Quake is kind of like Halo before Halo.
Okay.
It's like arena shooter. That's like the best way to describe it. Oh my! Well, we better. Hopefully, my computer doesn't die because it's just an energy saver. We'll be fine though. All right. You know, I was gonna use before we get on a little tangent. I was gonna use my notes because I was like rushing on my phone, and I realized we record with my phone. I was like, "Oh crap! I can't do that."
Got it all set up. Use my phone. Wait.
Oh crap!
Shucks.
But yeah, so this kind of like thing of people watching people
Mm-hmm.
play games, and like when you died or like you were, because LAN parties, you could only have so many systems on a network,
Right.
so you just kind of like watch your buddies play, and then you'd hop in and watch them play.
Feels like somebody is watching me.
Imagine we get copyrighted because of that, because you just hit that note so perfectly.
Yeah, perfectly. If we're not going to get copyrighted over AC/DC, then we'll get copyrighted over. Who sang that song?
I don't know.
That's a big song too, and all right, we'll continue. Go ahead.
But yeah, there was a couple of early streaming platforms that really didn't take off too much, but it definitely created the type of, or it was the groundwork. It was
It's the basis of it, kind of.
so you know what Machinima is, right?
I do know what Machinima is.
Right.
I watched a lot of YouTubers that were with Machinima.
Yes, horrible company.
Correct.
Yeah, but it did at the time help a lot of creators back then in the between like the 2000 like the early 2000s, help them kind of become as big as they are now.
It gave them a platform.
Yeah, I think even it wasn't PewDiePie even a part of Machinima at one point.
I don't know. You might be right. The biggest member I watched consistently was CNanners.
Yeah, he definitely was.
He hates Machinima, or used to. I'm sure he's over it now, but
But Machinimas and just YouTube in general, these gameplay videos really helped move that along of hey, people can actually like enjoy watching people play games.
Right. Play there's a term for it, like gameplay commentary. I think you said it.
Yeah.
Gameplay commentary.
And I remember, especially in the early YouTube days, that was huge.
Dude, middle school me loved gameplay commentary.
Like it was like essentially unedited, just raw gameplay. Like
right.
And I mean, when you think about it now, that's what streaming is.
Pretty much.
It's just raw footage
Mm-hmm.
of somebody talking over their gameplay. So yeah, you gotta really thank Machinima, even though they suck, and just the early YouTube days, for the stream we have now. So then we got I don't know much about these, but we got Xfire and Own3D.tv. These weren't streaming platforms, but these were platforms that allowed people to record their gameplay and their commentary.
Okay.
And put it so there's like the Bandicam, which you know now.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
These were like before even that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
But then we get to Justin.tv.
Mm-hmm.
This is founded by Justin Kahn, and he wanted to create this to live stream his life 24/7, and he'd like do all these different sections, but the gameplay part of his little thing that he wanted to do, his streaming, was his most popular section by far.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't even close. I don't know the exact numbers, but it was just crazy.
Right.
So you get all these kind of like forming together to kind of build upon what we know now as streaming.
Mm-hmm.
So in 2011, I didn't know this. Twitch is this old. 2011, Twitch was created. Now we all know Twitch. If you guys don't know Twitch, Twitch is the most popular streaming platform,
Right.
by far.
Mm-hmm.
This is where people, play their video or post their live streams to
Mm-hmm.
and play their video game and stuff. You said Tim the Tap Man, he was on there. There's Ninja, who we're going to talk about a
Yep.
little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Speed, he was on there.
Right.
A little more recent. Kai Cenat is probably the most popular, I'd say, right now.
Yeah. You're probably right. I see his clips all the time, anyways.
Yeah,
But
I think he's on Twitch still. I know like a few years ago he was like the most popular stream person on Twitch.
he's still up there.
I
think.
don't know if he's number one anymore, but I'm pretty sure he's if he's not number one, he's in the top three, I think.
A very different kind of streaming.
Oh no, we'll get to that. We'll get
Yeah.
to that. These, yeah, because we'll get to it. All right. Mainly these games that were streamed were the multiplayer games, like the League of Legends. Do you know what Dota is?
I've heard of it. Yes.
Dota, StarCraft 2, Minecraft wasn't that like in it yet,
Yeah.
but there was these more like competitive games. There wasn't a whole lot of people playing relaxing games like Minecraft or Stardew Valley or things. It was more of like a, hey,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna stream this, and your guys gonna watch a really good player. There wasn't really the personality
Yeah.
aspect didn't really come into the factor yet.
Mm-hmm.
But when it did start going, there was a lot of little slang. Do you know what Kappa is?
No, other than some jokes I can make. No, I don't.
Do you know GG's came from Twitch?
Guess it makes sense. Yeah.
Everybody would type in the chat GG's
Yeah.
when someone would like die or like
Uh-huh.
someone would go over. And we gotta mention it, even though it's super controversial now. Can you guess what I'm about to say?
This could go anywhere, man. I don't know.
PogChamp.
Oh, why is that controversial?
Oh, the guy's like a racist, like Nazi
Oh.
now. Yeah, who came up with it? Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know that. Who came up with it?
I can't remember his name. It doesn't matter. He's a racist.
Understandable. What is obviously GG means good game. What does PogChamp even mean?
PogChamp is like when something's Pog. Oh my god.
It's a very like 2015 term.
We have to get through. If we're gonna talk through the history, we have to get through PogChamp. We have to. It just,
Freaking Pog, dude. PogChamp's in the chat if you're listening.
Shut up. I did not think we were going to spend this much time. I wanted to blow through it. I wanted to do like a PogChamp done. No, PogChamp means that you're good. It's like, that's Pog.
Okay.
All right? We're done with this now. All right? We can stop this. All right. But with all these people coming in and chatting and watching these people and personality growing,
Mm-hmm.
and it becoming more like a personality rather than, oh, what games are you playing and who's the best? Monetization.
Dun, dun, dun.
People start making money from these Twitch. It's not just about fame anymore. It's also about money.
A potential career path, a way of life.
Exactly. So this is I think it's 2013.
Before you move on, because I don't really remember exactly, did Justin TV become Twitch, or did like Twitch buy Justin TV?
Oh my gosh. I think Justin TV became Twitch.
That's how I.
Yes, I think. Okay,
Remember?
that's not my notes. I'm glad you said that because I am almost for certain that is what happened,
Okay.
and I just
Yeah.
forgot to.
Right.
I didn't research that part enough.
Yeah.
But yes. So if we go back, yes, Justin TV did become Twitch,
Yes.
and he
Okay.
made Twitch or started Twitch, whatever. Okay, so monetization. This is where people could run ads on their videos. They could sub and donate to people.
Mm-hmm.
And I think ads were a very minuscule part of people's revenue. I think the donation parts were very
Right.
much how people made this money. So like $1, if you get 100 people to give you $1
Mhm.
every week, like in a month, that's $400.
Right.
Like that's not too shabby for going home and you're already gonna be playing video games. Might as well stream it too.
Right.
So that's like where people like, career path.
Mm-hmm.
I could make this something. I could make this thing that I'm already gonna do anyways,
Mm-hmm.
and make it so I could do this all the time.
And like if you watch streams, they're always like pushing for it. Which
Oh,
like
yeah.
you should like it makes
Yeah.
it would be dumb to not.
Mhm.
And then they like show it off like top donors and
Exactly.
they have like crazy graphics and sounds that happen.
You know, there's a whole method. There's a whole method
Yeah.
to it. By the way, I'll get to it later. Check us out, Butter Me Swiftly, this Saturday. I'm gonna be streaming again, most likely. Yes, but I'll plug that later.
Do it.
But
Do it.
so now and then 2014, we got the Amazon acquisition. Do you know how much Amazon bought Twitch for?
Is it like a really stupid number?
For 2014, it being only 3 years, like it's pretty big.
Mm-hmm. I don't really have a good guess for this one.
$1 billion.
It got that high, huh?
2014. It's been 3 years.
That's wild.
Yeah. So, and now, which if you guys have Amazon Prime and Twitch, I highly recommend doing this. Give out your sub. You get a free sub.
Yep.
With Amazon Prime. Do it every single month if you watch Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
Please do it. Just give it to somebody. Doesn't have to be anybody you even watch.
Mm-hmm.
Do it a small streamer. Like,
Is it a certain like sub count you need to reach to get monetized or to start a monetization?
so they just changed it actually.
Okay.
It was I think you need like 30 people through a certain day period, but I need 3 to be monetized.
Really?
Yeah. And
Wow.
you count as one viewer. So you need 2 other people.
Wow. That's not difficult. Not that you're going to be making a lot of money off of 3 people, but still.
Yeah. So you have to be essentially just you still have to like you have to reach a certain amount of hours a week
Yep.
too.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. But yeah. So we get to about 2015 where it really kind of starts taking off, Twitch. And you're thinking Amazon bought them for $1 billion? They're not even done yet.
Mhm.
Like, this is 2015. This is 10 years ago. We start getting to like just like streamer after streamer after streamer after streamer, like just
Mhm.
people are it's exponentially growing. This is when people like Ninja, Shroud. I'm gonna say his name once and then never again on this. Dr. Disrespect.
Why did you swear at me like that? I feel uncomfortable being in this room with you right now.
Yeah, we get like Pokimane as well.
Yeah.
I think Valkyrie was in this too. Just like all the big names you see now, this is when they've been streaming forever.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They haven't. And this is like kind of where everything people kind of sort of realize like outside of Twitch, like holy crap, this thing is big.
Yeah.
This thing is huge. We need to like capitalize this. So we get stuff like YouTube's trying to do their live stream stuff, which they still do. It's getting better and better, which I've heard. You got the Mixer, which if you know
Yep.
about the
Mhm.
Mixer deal.
Yeah. That was a point in time that happened.
Yeah, spent all their money on Ninja. Right? Was it Ninja? Yeah,
I think so, yeah.
and then they failed.
Yeah,
Ninja
that
got to
was-
keep all the money.
Blew up horrifically.
And then I didn't know this. Facebook gaming.
Yeah.
I did not know about that. I was like, wow, okay, cool. Oh no,
You don't hang out on Facebook Live, Caleb?
I guess not. I guess not. But yeah, this is where, funnily enough, I wanted to mention this. Also, the era where OBS started to become popular. If you guys did not know, we record on OBS right now.
That's why we look so freaking handsome.
Yeah, exactly. So we are using a streaming platform to record our podcast.
Yeah.
Kind of funny.
Kind of funny how it all comes full circle.
Yeah. If you guys are ever wondering what thing to use to start recording YouTube or Twitch, use OBS. It's very beginner friendly. It's literally just hit button record, or you got to set up everything, but then hit button record or hit button stream.
Do you have to pay for OBS?
No, that's the best part about it.
Oh,
It is
yeah.
a free software, and it is amazing. I think 99% of Twitch streamers use OBS
Wouldn't surprise me.
because it's just so good. They also use Streamlabs, which I've tried. I've implemented it in my stream. it's sometimes difficult, but you understand it. And also, to stream console games, Austin, what do you need?
To stream console games?
Yes.
Back in my day, you needed like a HD PVR.
What would you call this? What
Elgato, is that a
yes,
term?
yes, that is what I'm talking about. An Elgato. Elgatos became very popular around this time, and they still
Yeah.
are today. And I am looking still at getting one because I would like to stream console games. But
Right.
Elgatos became crazy popular at this time. And the biggest controversy of Twitch so far has happened now. The just chatting.
What?
Just chatting.
Just chatting.
Just chatting.
Just chatting.
This is where Twitch went, hey, excuse me.
You're
We don't
excused.
have we don't have to just be a gaming live stream form.
Right.
We could be a vlogging live stream or whatever, or bicycles or hot tubs. If you know, you know. But this is when they realized that, hey, we can be more than just gaming. So they created the just chatting category. Excuse me. I am sick.
Why did you say it like that? I am sick.
am I lying?
No, you're not lying, Caleb. I just thought it was interesting. That's all.
The just chatting category. This is where, mainly girls, but men too. They would get on and just chat. Just chat.
Just chat.
Yeah, they just talk. This
Just
is,
hanging.
yeah, and like there was like so much innovation in this category. We won't get to that yet, or I think ever. but let me just tell you, it was that category has gone through so many changes.
Some rough patches.
Yes, it is a wild category, and we have to. This is when it gets into the mainstream media. The biggest thing I can say is the Drake and Ninja Fortnite stream.
Yeah, I forgot that happened. Yeah.
And one of my favorite memes of all time is when Drake shuts off the stream and goes, "Huh, my own lonely lodge."
What?
Those who get it will get it. Those who get it will get it.
That's a tough one for me to get because Drake's not one of my favorite artists and Ninja's not one of my streamers that I watched.
Like him being like moody and like zesty and like him like it's like a joke of like him shutting off because Lonely Lodge, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's like he shuts off the stream and it's like he just goes, "My own Lonely Lodge." People just say he did that.
Classic Drake.
It's like Drake,
Yeah.
Drake the type of
Yeah,
guy
just
to fart in the toilet and flush. It's like that stuff. I brought back a memory, didn't I?
I mean, it's making fun of Drake. I get it now. I get it. He not like us.
Okay, Austin. Let's get out of the 2015 to 2019 era, and let's get to the biggest era for Twitch of all time, the pandemic era, 2020 to 2022. Everybody's locked inside their house.
Yeah.
They have no idea what to do, so everybody just starts streaming and watching streams.
Fair enough. I think I was part of that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think at one point, if you liked video games, you were probably a part of it.
Mm-hmm.
This is when just streaming went crazy.
Yeah.
Like the numbers, like it's always been exponential growth. Nothing like this before.
Right.
Like you like everybody and literally their mom became streamers. Just over this 2-year period.
Right.
Like if you streamed, you had a pretty good chance of at least gaining some sort of following at this time. Which is a shame. I'm ashamed I didn't do it.
It was a boom period. For
Yes.
streaming.
It was like it was if you like you needed to get in on this. Like if you were a streamer, you were streaming 24 out of 24 hours in a day.
Right. Which obviously you could, or in some scenarios you could.
Exactly.
During COVID. Yeah.
Exactly. Like, because everybody's on their phones, locked up in their house, and the YouTube videos weren't on the movies and all that stuff weren't enough. It's like, hey, I want to be in real time with other people,
Right.
because you're lacking that social connection.
It's like the only avenue to do that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like you can't go outside and just talk to anybody. Like, but there's this guy. He is live right now. Like he is in real time. And He is doing something, and you have a bunch of other people in the chat, all watching at the same time, typing, and you're seeing their messages come, and they just type that out. So you type that out, and hey, you kind of gain a sense of community,
Right. 100%.
with these people where you couldn't go out and do that in the real life. This is where, like, XQC,
Yep.
Ludwig, Valkyrie, all them became huge streamers. Tim the Tap Man, like all of them, just insane. Like they're hundreds and thousands of more streamers I could list off, just that became big at this time. But yeah, it was crazy. There's also the the VTubers. You know what a VTuber is?
No, a VTuber. Not. Is it like virtual or video?
Yeah.
Virtual.
Virtual like tuber. So these would be the people that they wouldn't want to show their face, but they'd still want to be live and, hey, like, talk to people and, like, hey, have movement. So what you could do is you could get this avatar that could track you in a camera, and it would, instead of you, it'd be an avatar, but the avatar would follow your movements.
I see what you're saying now. Yeah.
So yeah,
Interesting.
yeah. And it was actually, like, really cool for people who, like, still wanted to do that, but were, like, either, like, shy or
I don't want to show your face.
Yeah, exactly.
I get it.
And there's that little, like, underground culture of, like 50-year-old men dressing up as like teenage girls.
Right.
That was crazy too. But mainly it was
wild times.
Yeah, it was mainly good for people who, like, just, you know, they may not just want the fame, but the anonymity as well.
Right.
So then we get this is when like Fortnite was still popular at the time, but this is when Among Us came out too.
Oh yeah.
Among Us, that went crazy on Twitch. I don't think any other category went as crazy as Among Us did on Twitch.
I don't think I ever watched. Maybe I tuned into one Among Us live stream, but I definitely watched all the YouTube videos that Wildcat posted of Among Us.
Yeah, exactly. Like Among Us went crazy. I have trouble finding another. If you guys do find a bigger category than Among Us during the pandemic era, please let us know, because I could not find anything that was bigger.
I believe you. She was popping.
Yeah, but this also brought a lot of good things in the world, like charity events for the pandemic. And, like, all these people are making all this money on Twitch. They're like, hey, there are people really struggling out there that can't make rent because they can't work because they're stuck in the house all day. So a lot of these people who, like, are getting donations from these people who may have some money to burn, they get a lot of money. Like, hey, I can go spend this on people who actually need it too.
Right.
So it was a really good, like, symbiotic relationship of, I have enough money to survive this pandemic. But I want to give it to someone who's entertaining me. The entertainer gets a lot of this money and goes, hey, I'm making a lot of money right now. I'm making too much money.
Right.
I can give it to somebody who might need this money more than I do.
Right.
So, and then boom, and then eventually when they get that money, it's kind of like a circle effect. So it was a really cool era as well for that. And this is also the era where you got, like, big sponsorships. Like, streamers were having like Gatorade and like, just different, like, Cyber Power.
Yeah.
Like the big brand sponsorships. you know, they people started renting studios and like creating like these like streaming offices.
It brings me back to like YouTube houses,
Yeah.
you know,
Uh-huh.
like when I mean, I watched a lot of competitive Call of Duty growing up, so like the Phase House or the Optic House, but instead it's for streaming and things like that.
Yeah, exactly. And like I think they're still popular today. Like people do like streaming houses.
Mm-hmm.
I think the biggest one was like Mitskiff, Emaru. It was wait, no, it was OTK. That's what it was.
Mhm.
OTK was like the biggest like streaming house. I don't think they have a house anymore, but yeah, it was a really cool. Like, hey, you could watch like 5 people's
Right.
streams,
Yeah,
and they're all in the same house. Like they'd pop into each other's streams like all the time.
right.
It was really cool.
It's a neat concept.
All right, Austin,
Caleb.
I have to talk about it. I have to talk about it.
Okay.
The hot tub meta.
You gonna jump in the hot tub time machine, Caleb?
So, if you guys didn't know, Twitch wasn't just used for. Oh, we talked about the just chatting category.
Yeah.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
So these are where, hey, parents and concerned individuals started seeing, hey, why are these girls like almost naked, and my 12-year-old son or daughter is watching them like all day?
Understandable concern as a parent.
Yes, it's like, and why like it says it's safe for kids. I don't think this is very safe for kids.
Someone found a loophole.
And they found tons of loopholes. But it really came to a head at the hot tub meta, where women, particularly, or mainly women, would say, hey, Twitch's rules say that if you're in an environment where a swimsuit is viable, it's okay to wear a swimsuit. Like, normally you wouldn't be able to wear a swimsuit,
Right.
but if you're like, it's like you're on the beach or at a hot tub,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you're going to wear a swimsuit.
Mm-hmm.
So these women took that rule and bent it as far as they could. They would have hot tubs in their house, and they would wear very, very little clothing. Twitch said, okay, guys. Okay.
Right.
We can't be doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Understandably so.
It makes a lot of sense.
So, but it's like they also didn't want to see like, hey, you know, being a little sexist and hey, what, men can show off their like shirts or whatever, but we can't do this. So they created a whole new thing called the hot tub category. And this is essentially just like,
Twitch X.
yeah, it's like, hey, just so you know, this is, kids do not go here.
Yeah. Right.
And there's still, nudity was not allowed,
Right.
but it's like, it got real close.
You can put all the guidelines in place you want, but you can't stop human imagination and drive.
They were so innovative at this time. Like every rule that Twitch had was bent to its fullest extent. Until they just kind of caved and like, whatever, fine.
Right.
Have your category.
It's a very, very interesting category.
So, now we get to the recent era, the 2023 and on era, where, hey, kids, guess what? Twitch has all these guidelines and stuff. And pesky, you can't call people slurs. You can't get nude. You can't show gore. What is this?
Can't do anything fun, man.
What is this? So a bunch of crazy platforms came out, like Kick and Rumble and Trovo.
I've heard of one of those.
The Kick, yes.
Yeah.
The Kick is still around. I don't know about Rumble and Trovo. I don't know if they're like very popular, but Kick, especially right when it came out, you could do whatever you wanted.
Right.
It did not matter what you did to the Kick company and their founders. So a lot of streamers went there because they were either they paid a lot of money or they were banned from Twitch for doing like stuff.
Fine, I'll take my talents to kick.
Exactly. And it's really funny during this time too, because I think Twitch had a rule where if somebody switched over to Kick, they weren't allowed on Twitch at all. And so if you were on Twitch and you had somebody from Kick in your live stream, you would get a ban from Twitch because you had that person in their live stream because they want like, hey, no Kick people.
Right.
So like there was a lot of people. There's like a lot of things of like people having like parties. It's like a Twitch party, so everybody's recording, but all the Kick people have to go downstairs.
Jesus. Not at my Twitch party, dude.
Yeah.
Kick in the basement. Come get you guys later.
So yeah, this is where TikTok and YouTube Shorts kind of became a cool live stream option for people as well. Like, hey, I could not only live stream on Twitch and YouTube, I could do this on TikTok. People already like watching this stuff. And this kind of became the card, or this kind of include like the card stuff where you could just buy cards.
Oh yeah.
We have a friend that does that.
Right.
Yep. It's kind of cool.
Pretty neat.
I almost bought a Pokemon card set from somebody on there. I'm glad I didn't though. Yeah, this is kind of we wrap up kind of where Twitch and just live streaming in general is kind of become more than that gaming medium.
Right.
Of, hey, there are the people who are literally just chatting. There's people making music on these platforms. There are people podcasting. They're like live streaming their podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. Just what's just happening now. There's thousands of people that are streamers. I mean, I've streamed for a couple hours or a few hours. Like I think I streamed for technically like 20. So I'm technically a streamer, but
right.
You know, it's just like it's that anybody can be a YouTuber, anybody can be a streamer type of thing.
Right.
And there's athletes that are getting into streaming, artists, like music artists, just like celebrities in general, like Twitch, or Drake was on Twitch for a while. You see the Snoop Dogg clips?
Yes.
Those are so funny. It's like all this stuff I think is really cool. So yeah, I think it's been really helpful for the gaming community and just the internet as a whole.
Right.
Just having these people be, hey, instead of these super edited videos, I should be more grounded and down to earth. Or really rich, and like if you're Aiden Ross and put in your face, I'm richer than you. But yeah, so that ends my little history on Twitch and streaming as a whole.
It's very interesting how, there is a time where the everyday person was the everyday person, the gamers were the gamers, the athletes were the athletes, and the artists were the artists, and you never really mingled or interact. But streaming, along with social media in general, has really, bent those lines and realities into one. And now you can respond or interact with literally anybody and everybody.
Exactly. And I think that's so beautiful. Like, there are problems with what social media does and all that, but just the fact that everybody can be connected and kind of find a place in community is so just incredibly amazing.
And it helps, like, yes, drawbacks, a lot of negative things, but I think it also helps open up the world and connect people in the sense where, you might know somebody, like I might be the sporty guy and somebody else might be the video game nerdy guy. And then because of social media or just that interaction with the world on a different platform, you can find out, but we like the same music, or, but we watch the same YouTubers, or, things like that.
Exactly. You have just one thing in common, but that one thing is like strong enough to just bring you in that community.
Right.
And yeah.
Helps bring people together, creates community, gives you a reason to bond and whatnot. I overall, I think at the end of the day, the positives certainly outweigh the negatives, even if the negatives can get very negative.
Yeah, exactly. So I think we should end it there.
Yeah, I've pretty much I gave my final thoughts. I really appreciated that. I had no idea what you're gonna come with this week, and you threw me for a loop, and I appreciate that. So it's very interesting. Mr. Streamer, did you want to plug anything?
I'll plug I'm gonna be streaming. I don't know, with a buddy, Austin. He might be joining us.
I might play video games. I will not be streaming myself.
No, but me and another buddy. I don't know what his name is yet. I don't know what he picked for it.
Oh yeah, I suppose.
But I am Butter Me Swiftly.
Handsome Fireman 69.
Probably it's probably something like that. I am Butter Me Swiftly though. And then I'll be streaming with a buddy. Austin might be hopping in. Who are some other people might be hopping in. But check us out this Saturday. I don't know. We don't have an exact time. If we do, it's not for sure. But it's most likely gonna happen.
When it happens, you could plug it on the Balls and Blasters social media.
I will be doing that. Yes, I will be doing that.
Heck yeah.
But yeah. Anything else, Austin?
No, I don't have anything else. I thought, a nice rebound episode. I apologize that, we missed yet another week. Just shit happens sometimes, man.
I'm this episode I think made up for it. But yeah, we apologize. It's just literal technical difficulties.
Yeah. But I hope we should be back to our regularly scheduled programming.
Yes, sir.
It's cooler weather this time of year. We're both wearing sweatshirts and we haven't died of heat exhaustion yet.
I know. I'm like a little I could feel myself like warming up in here a little bit because I was so cold.
Yeah.
Like otherwise, but yeah,
good place to be. Once again, you can find us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. We have an Instagram. We have a TikTok. Check out our TikToks and our YouTube shorts. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Tell everybody and anybody. Let them know. Balls and Blasters.
Yes. Please let us know. We really appreciate all the support you guys have been giving us. And me and Austin just do this for fun. And we could have stopped after we just had a banger episode get lost, but we're still back because we just love doing this so much, and we like hearing all the feedback from you guys. And it's been a great few months so far.
It's been a great few months. We're building a little community, Caleb. We're starting small.
Yes, I'm just enjoying people just talking about it. Yeah. Like just coming up and just saying hi.
I was at a football tailgate last weekend, and someone came up and said, "Hey, I like your podcast."
Oh, that's awesome.
So yeah, appreciate every single one of you. You guys are the best. Appreciate all the love and the support and the criticism. We want it all.
Yes.
So, I have been Austin. I plan to continue to be Austin in future episodes.
I'm Caleb, and I'm streaming on Saturday. Remember that.
Thank you for watching, for real this time, episode 12.
God, I hope so.
Of Balls and Blasters.
See you later.
GG's.